So why do we need VLAN? We need VLAN because the same way that we need router. Why do we need a router? We need a router to segment or to create two different networks so that the network might not be congested. I gave you a scenario in the previous class that assume that you are in a big classroom where you have more than 100 students. So in this classroom, managing the students will be very difficult if something happens in the classroom, because it will become chaotic. You cannot handle the students to keep quiet. If some of students start shouting in the class, suddenly all of the students might get in this kind of in this kind of case. So managing the sound will be very difficult. It is just like this one. If you take a switch, so if you have very big large number of devices in a single network, especially in a single LAN, you need to divide them into some compartments so that the broadcast message or the message from one area should not go to the another area. For example, let us say that there is a PC here. The shouting from this PC should not reach other PCs. So how do we do that? We compartmentalize. We create compartments where any kinds of information sending and receiving, especially if it is a broadcast message, you do know that broadcast messages are meant to be sent to every device in the network. So that will create a network congestion, because the traffic will be huge if every PC in the network starts sending a broadcast message. So that will be a very difficult issue to handle. So if you subdivide in a single LAN, I'm not talking about one, in a single LAN into some compartments, so that the shouting in one area will remain in that area. The shouting in another area will remain in that area. But even if they are in the same local area network, we compartmentalize everything. So I think you do remember in the previous class, one of the devices that can achieve this kind of issue was the router. So a router will divide a network into different networks. So if this is a router, the devices in this area and the devices in this area, a broadcast message from one area will not pass the router. The router will send back a broadcast message, or a broadcast message from one area will not pass to another area. So this is one of the advantages of a router. Just like this one, no, we are not going to use a router, we are going to use a VLAN. What is the purpose of VLAN? The purpose of VLAN is subdividing into a large network into smaller devices, so that those smaller devices will only be able to communicate broadcast messages among themselves. So we have said many advantages of VLAN. One of them security, another one is segmentation, so that broadcast message may not pass. So there are a couple of advantages. So today we're going to configure those issues by creating a network. Now let us see a case where we're going to create the scenario. So you can see this is the kind of thing that we are going to create for today. You can see here there are 3 switches, and also we have 3 VLANs. You can see this is VLAN 10, and this is VLAN 20, and this is VLAN 30. And this VLAN 10 is going to communicate only with the VLAN 10 of this one. VLAN 20, which we call it student VLAN, is going to communicate with only VLAN 20. If VLAN 30 is going to communicate only with VLAN 30, VLAN 30 is not going to be part of in the same network with VLAN 10. So this is the case that we are going to see. But in this case, we have an interface that's called VLAN 99. So you can see that the VLAN 99 is a management VLAN, or we call it the native VLAN. So the native VLAN, where you can use it for the management, for remote management of a switch, can be used this VLAN 99. So if you want to access this VLAN from this switch 1 from switch 2, you can access it through what? Through this IP address. So this IP address, which is used by as a VLAN 99 by switch 1 can be configured remotely from any PC. So that's the purpose of VLAN 99, so that you can manage your switch from the remote location. So now we can see that there are three VLANs. So the first one is what? VLAN, you can see the IP address is 10. So 10 network is going to be VLAN 10. 20 network is going to be VLAN 20. 30 network is going to be VLAN 30. So this one. So VLAN 10 will have an IP address of what? 172.70.10. And you can see this PC1 and PC4 are in the same VLAN. PC2 and PC5 are in the same VLAN. Also, you can see their IP addresses are in the same VLAN. And PC3 is in the same VLAN as PC6. So you can see their IP addresses and also the default gateways. So the default gateway for VLAN is what? For VLAN 10 is 10.1. It's going to be 10.1. For the same will go to other VLANs. And also we are going to divide the port. So you can see that you do know that this switch have how many ports? Because this is 1916 switch, so it's going to have what? 2960 switch. It's going to have what? It's going to have 24 ports. So we are dividing 24 ports into how many portions? So the first 5 ports, starting from 1 up to 5, is going to be reserved for the trunk. From 6 up to 10 is going to be reserved for the guests. From 11 up to 17 is going to be reserved for the staff. From 18 up to 24 is going to be reserved for the students. In addition to that, you can see their IP address here. So VLAN, native VLAN is going to have 99, 30, 10, 20. So these are their networks. So now we are going to create this kind of network using what? Using Cisco Packet Tracer. So you can see that you can configure them. We are going to configure them using, so we're going to use what? Then 2960 switch. So now we're going to create VLANs, but you need to work by yourself the basic configuration of switch. For example, you need to configure their host name. You need to create exec mode password, which is class, and also for the console you need to create what kind of password? Cisco password. And for the VTY, so for the console we're going to create Cisco. For the VTY we are going to create Cisco. For the exec mode we are going to create the password of class. So which you are going to do it by yourself. Let's consider this one as an assignment. So let us start with the practical implementation of this one. Don't forget how many VLANs do we have here? Totally we have VLAN 4. You can see their network IP addresses, which are very similar to this one, except there is some change with their IP address. Now we're going to configure that one with the Cisco Packet Tracer. So let us start configuring the Cisco Packet Tracer here. As you have seen, we're going to put how many switches? 3 switches. So what are the switches? 2960 switch. You can see from the back, if you zoom it in, how many ports do we have? Around 24 ports. So totally 24 ports are available, but you need to make sure that if the switch does not have a console port, you are not going to be able to configure it. So you can see there needs to be this console port. So console ports are mandatory to configure switches. So if the switch does not have this kind of console port, the switch is not going to be configurable. So there should be a console icon on the back of your switch. So now we're going to implement this one, where we need how many switches? We need 2960 3 switches. So this is switch what? This is switch 1. This is switch what? This is switch 2. This is switch what? This is switch 3, sorry. So we have 3 switches. How that they are connected? They are connected through this cabling crossover. So F01 will be with the F01. So F01 are used for what purpose? Trunk, don't forget. It's not access, it's trunk. Trunk means what? All the VLANs can pass through this one. What are the VLANs that we are talking about? The VLAN 10, the VLAN 20, the VLAN 30, and the VLAN 99 will pass through this trunk. All of them will use the same path. So these are called what? Trunk. So F02 will be on the F02. So now 2 will be used here. What's remaining? What's remaining is we need to have how many PCs? Totally 3 PCs. So this is for the PC. So this is for the P3 PCs. Another 3 PC here. So 3 PCs. So this is PC what? 1. This is PC. Sorry. This is PC 1. This is PC 2. This is PC 3. So this is PC 1. So this is 1 2 3. This is PC what? 4. This is PC what? 5. This is PC what? 6. We have said previously what? This is what? This is going to be VLAN 10. This is going to be what? This is going to be VLAN 20. This is going to be what? This is going to be VLAN 30. What is the IP address of VLAN 10? It says 172.10.0/24. So this is the IP. What about this one? This is going to be 72.70.20.0/24. These are the IP address of this network. What about this one? This is 172.70. Point what? 0.30.0/24. What are the ports that are used by VLAN 10? The ports that are used by VLAN 10 are from 0, from FA0, from what up to what? From 11 up to 17. What are VLAN 20 uses? The first from 0, that is from 18 up to 24. What about this one? This one is going to use, this is the VLAN 30, is going to use what? FA 0/ from 6 up to 10. And the VLAN what? The VLAN that's used by the trunk. The VLANs that are used by the trunk are from F0, 1 up to 5. So you can see that 1 up to 5 is used by the trunk. The same here. 1 up to 5 will be used by the trunk. And 6 up to 10 will be used by the guest. This is the guest. So this is guest. This is students. So these are guests. So this is what? These are stuffs. So these are stuff. So these are stuffs, these stuffs. So this is also stuff. They are in the same IP range of this one. PC1 and PC4 are in the same range. PC2 and PC5 are in the same range, using the same IP address ranges. And PC3, PC6 are in the same IP range. Let us connect them now. Now let us connect them using the cables. So this is fast Ethernet. So you can see that this should be connected from 11 up to 17. So let us connect it at the 11th point. Because 1 up to 5 is used by the trunk, 6 up to 10 is used by the guest. So just we are connecting one of them. Let us connect PC2 You can see PC2 is going to connect with 18 up to 24. So let us connect PC2 up with 18. And what about PC3? PC3 is gust. Is going to use what? 6 up to 10. So we can connect it at the 6 from on the switch. So 6 up to 10 is used by the, so that we are connecting on the first one, but we can connect it 7, 8, 9 up to 10. It's possible. So now we can also connect, the same scenario will be used to connect it through this one. So this one, PC4, I already informed you that PC4 is from 11 up to 17, so we can connect it at the 11 with PC4. And PC5, you can see PC5 is it at the, PC5 is connected from 18 up to 24 because it's in the VLAN 20. So now we're going to connect it at the 18. And also PC6 is going to be connected at the 1 up to, sorry, 6 up to 10. So we're going to connect it at the 6. Now you can see that this is connected at this here at the 6. This is also connected at the 6. So just look at the range. So now we have connected, we have finished connecting this one. So let us first configure switch 2 and switch 3. So what do we do with the switch 2? So we come here. What do we do with the first thing? We'll say enable. That's the configuration, the same with the router. I think I have already told you about the basic router configuration. The same principle applies here with the switch configuration. Let us provide it host name. Let us give it the host name. So what is the host name? The host name is switch 2. So since this is switch 2, so you can see the name is switch 2. Now we're going to configure what? Here we have provided the host name. Now we are going to create the VLAN. So let us create VLAN 10. What is the name of the VLAN? The name of the VLAN 10 is what? VLAN 10 is the stuffs. So here we have the stuffs. We're going to exit. We're going to create the second VLAN, VLAN 20. That's VLAN 20. What is the name of VLAN 20? The name of VLAN 20 is students. So we'll enter. We'll provide it a name of students. Then we'll exit with this one. We'll go to the third VLAN. So VLAN 30. Who are the VLAN 30? They are the guests. So we'll provide it a name. We call it guests. We'll exit from this one. Now we have created the VLAN. We have created the VLANs. Now we are going to assign them. Sorry, I think one is remaining. That is VLAN 99. That's the management VLAN, which we are going to use it. The name is the management. That's for remotely managing the switches from remote area. That means from switch 2, switch 1, 2, and 3, we remotely can configure switch. So we have created what? The first step. The first step is what? Creating the VLANs. How many VLANs have we created? 4, 10, 20, 30, 99. What is the next step? The next step is creating what? Assigning these VLANs their ports. You can see that the PCs are connected to the switch, which are called the access mode ports. So this is an access mode, this is an access mode, this is an access mode. What is this one? This one is a trunk mode. So the trunk mode can be used to connect trunks. So just have a look at 1 up to 5 is the trunk. What is the meaning of a trunk port? The trunk port is a path that is going to carry all the VLANs. On this VLAN, we are going to send only VLAN 10. That's called access, because on this cable, there is no other VLAN except VLAN 10. On this one, only VLAN 20, no other VLAN. On this one, VLAN 30, no, but on this one, you have all the VLANs can cross through this cable. That's why we call it the trunk, carrying multiple VLANs. So now we are going to create VLANs for each port. So you can see from FA0, that means fast Ethernet 0/1, 0/2, 0/3, up to 5. They are going to carry what kind of they are trunks. The trunks mean they can carry. So we're going to assign. Let us assign starting from the first one. So we will call them interface range. That means FA from FA 0/1 up to 5. They are going to use as was a trunk. So we'll say here what? Yeah, but we should have done one thing first. We should have shut down all the interfaces. Let us start it from here. But yeah, let us start first. Let us say interface. Let us turn off all the interfaces. So 0, 1 up to 24, they are going to be shut down. We're going to shut down them. So we shut down all of the interfaces just because you can see that all of them have become red. Just we are switching them off so that we can configure them properly. Let us configure them one by one. So let us say interface range from what? Fast Ethernet 0, 1 up to 5. So 1 up to 5 is used for as what? It is the switch port. The switch port mode is trunk. It is used as a trunk. You can see that 1 up to 5 is used as a trunk, this one. So this one is used as what? As switch port mode trunk. So they are the trunk modes. What did they carry? They carry what? This switch port. The switch port trunk is going to carry what? The native VLAN. Native VLAN 99. It's going to carry the native VLAN 99. Let us exit from 1 now. We have finished configuring this one from 1 up to 5. Just we are here using only 1 and 2. 1 this way, 2 is going to be used here. So 1 up to 5, you can see that when I click here, when I click on this one, you can see how many ports do we have here? 24 ports. Maybe we couldn't see it because it is too much, the font size. So you can see here there to 24s. So now 1 up to 5 we have assigned. How many remaining? 5 up to 24. So now again we'll say interface range from now 0 slash, that is starting from 6 up to 10, which is going to be used by what? It is the switch port. It is the switch port mode, because you can see 6 up to 10 it's going to be used by what? 6 up to 10 is going to be used by the guests. 6 up to 10. So 6 up to 10 is going to be used by the guest. Who's going to use them? VLAN 30. So what kind of access is this one? This is the switch port mode is access. It's not trunk. Trunk is this one. This one is access mode. So we call it access mode. Who is going to use these ports? 6 up to 10. These ports, this port, which are accessed by VLAN, what? 6 up to 10 is used by the VLAN 30. You can see it here. VLAN 30 is going to use them, this one. Now we're going to exit this one. So this has been a 6 up to 10 has been assigned. Now we're going to go 11 up to 17 is going to be used by VLAN 10. Now interface range, what is what up to what? FA 0 slash what? 11 up to 17 is going to be used by what? This is used by, again, the switch port mode is what? The switch port mode is, again, it's access. Access means it's directly connected with the PCs. So who is going to use this, the switch port accesses? Who is going to use them? It's going to be used by the VLAN 10. I think you can see that it is showing me I make a mistake here at the C, so that means that I have made some mistake, which is switch T was omitted. Now I can exit from this one. Again, I'm going to assign this one, the student VLAN, that's VLAN 20. The VLAN 20 is going to use an interfaces. What are the interfaces that are going to be used by VLAN 20? That are starting from 18 up to 24 will be used by the VLAN 20. So what kind of mode is this one? This one is switch port mode is what? Access. Switch port, the mode or mode is access. So it's not trunk, it's going to be accessed by the PCs. Again, who is going to use 18 up to 24? The switch ports are accessed by who? By the VLAN 20. Now we have finished this one, but there is exit. So one interface is remaining. So another so now we have finished with what we have finished with the interfaces. Now one interface is remaining, that is interface vlan 99. we are going to assign it an IP address, that is 172.17.99. Since this is a switch 2, we're going to call it, so the subnet mask is 25.55.0. we'll say no shots. Now vlan 99 have been configured. So now we have finished working with the switch 2. Now we can turn on these interfaces, interface 11, 18, 6, 18, 11, 1. So fast Ethernet 0/1. So these are ranges. We need to turn them on. FA 0/, you can see this one, which is going the trunk port, and FA 0/6, which is going to the guest, this one. FA 0/11, which is going to the VLAN 10, and FA 0/18, which is going to VLAN 20, will be up, no shut. So we did what? We start them, the 6, the 8, the 11, the 1, all of them. These 4 passes have been started. So now we can say exit. We can say what? Copy, run, start. So now we have done everything on the what? On the switch 2. The same principle will apply here. Now we are going to, since I think we have saved it, now we're going to go to the switch 2. So enable, configure terminal. Let us change the name, host name. This is switch 3. So you can say switch 3. Now the same principles. Now we are going to create VLANs. VLAN 10 is what? VLAN 10. The name of VLAN 10 is what? Staffs. Exit. What is the VLAN 20? VLAN 20 is what? The name of VLAN 20 what? Students. Exit. What is the VLAN 30? VLAN 30 is what? Their names are guests. Exit. Now one VLAN is remaining. What is that VLAN? VLAN 99. The name of VLAN is what? Management. Exit. Now we have finished working with the creating the VLANs. The same thing that I forgot previously is shutting down all the interfaces. Let us shut all the interfaces on the switch 2. So this is switch 2. We're going to shut down so that we won't be bogged. So let us shut down all the interfaces from 1 up to 24, because switch 2 have 24 ports. Now because we didn't call it range, so we provide the range. So let us shut down them. You can see all of them have been shut down. Now we have shut down them. Now we are going to assign. We're going to assign what? Sorry. We're going to assign to VLAN 10, just like what we have here. VLAN 10 is going to access what? From 11 up to 17. VLAN 13 is going to access 6 up to 10. VLAN management VLAN will have its own ports. So let us start with the interface. Now we're going to assign them interfaces. So interface what? Interface range FA 0/1 up to 5. Who is going to use this one? this the switch port mode of this. The switch port mode is what? Trunk. What is the meaning of trunk? Trunk, this one is 1 up to 5. Here, this port is going to be used as a trunk. Who is going to use this switch port? Who's going to use this switch port? Who's going to use this switch port? Switch port is going to be used. The switch port is going to be used. The trunk is going to be used by who? It's going to be used by the native VLAN. That is the management or the native VLAN 99. So we're going to exit from this one. Now we're going to go what? Now we are going to go to another 6 up to 10. Interface range FA 0/6 up to 10. Who's going to use 6 up to 10? 6 up to 10 is going to be used by whom? It is the switch port. Switch port mode is what? The switch port mode is what? Access. Who's going to use this switch port mode? The access switch port mode, not mode, sorry, access. Who's going to access these ports? It's going to be accessed by VLAN 30. That is the guest. Guest will use 6 up to 10. Let us exit from this one, and now let us go to the 11 up to 17. The interface range, that's FA 0/11 up to 17. This is, as you can see, also this one is directly connected. 0 up to 17 is this one, that is the VLAN 10. The 0 up to 17, sorry, 11 up to 17 is going to be used. It's a switch port because it is directly connected to the PCs, so we call this one switch port mode is what? Access. Why did we call it access? Because it's directly connected. Again, I forgot this T. I think it's becoming very difficult to see it. So who is going to use these switch ports? Switch port, this switch port are accessed by VLAN what? VLAN 10. I think you do know this one. VLAN 10 is going to access 11 up to 17. Exit. Who is going to use now we have used 1 up to 5 is used by the trunk of VLAN 19. 6 up to 10 is used by VLAN 13, and 11 up to 70 is used by VLAN 10, even though they are access mode. Now what is remaining is 18 up to 24, which is going to be used by the VLAN. Now interface range, that's for the fast Ethernet 0/18 up to 24. The switch port mode is what? Access. Who is going to access them? The switch port mode is what? The access. Who's going to access them? That's accessed by the VLAN 20. What's remaining? The interface VLAN, that's 99, and we are going to provide for this one IP address. What is the purpose of management VLAN? The purpose of management VLAN is what? It is for remotely managing the switch. So this is switch 3, so the IP address is 17.70.99.13. so the subnet mask is 255.255.255. so this is used, so we can say no shut. So we can exit from this one. What's remaining now from here is we should restart them, or the interface. You can see the interface range. What are the ranges that can be on? Now it is fast Ethernet 02, so you can see it is 02 here. Maybe this is not visible, so 02, 06, 011, 018 will be on. So now we'll on them. Interface fast Ethernet 0 what? 2, not 1, because there is no 1 in this one. Only 2 is working to this side, this one. FA 0/6, the same with the period. FA 0/ what? 11. FA 0/11. 18. So we're going to say to this one no shut. So you can see that they become on. Now what is remaining? What is remaining is only configuring what? Only configuring. Now copy, run, start. What the purpose of this one? It is safe. Now what's remaining? What's remaining is this router. Now we go to this one, but you can see here on this port, let us start it with enable, then let conf t. Let us provide it the host. Let us provide the name, host name. Host name is what? Host name host name is S3. Now let us shut down them rather than shutting it. So we are going to shut interface range. Let us shut them FA 0/1 up to 24. Let's shut down them first. So now we have shut. Now we are going to configure the VLANs. So VLAN 10, who is VLAN 10? The name is what? The name VLAN 10 is what? Stuffs. Exit. So what about VLAN 20? VLAN 20 is what? The name is VLAN 20. The VLAN 20 is what? The name? Students. Exit. What are the another VLAN? VLAN is 30. Who is going to use VLAN? The name is what? Guests. Exit. What is the another VLAN? VLAN 99. Who is going to use VLAN 99? The name is what? Management. Exit. Now we have configured, finished working with the VLANs. You can see that now we are working on the switch. This one, for the first. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. The host name is not S3. It is S1. Sorry. It is S1. Mistake. That was by mistake. Sorry. We are working on the switch 1. Sorry. Again. So we are working on the switch 1. The configuration remains as it is for all the above descriptions. Now we are going to work on switch 1. So what's switch 1? Switch 1. Now we have created the VLANs. Let us assign to the VLANs the ports. So the interface range, that's FA 0/1 up to 5 is going to be, but here you can see there is no access port. Only the trunk ports are available here. So now we're going to configure only those. So from 0 up to 5, these are the switch port mode is what? Trunk. There is no access on router 1, switch 1, sorry. Who is going to use this switch port mode is going to be used by what? Native VLAN 99. I think I made a mistake. This is trunk. Exit. And also we have a management VLAN. The interface, we are not going to configure the rest. Interface VLAN 99 is going to, we are going to assign it the IP address. What is what? 17.70.99.11. Subnet mask 255.255.255 is 0. No shut. So we have assigned. Now let us restart the interfaces. So let us exit from this one. So now you can see that here we have 0.1 here, we have 0.2 here. So interface range, that what are they? FA 0/1, comma, FA 0/2. So 2 ports, we are going to start them. What do we do for them? What do we do with them? We will make them no shut. So let us exit from here. Let us exit from here. Let us copy, run to start. Copy running, we're saving it. So after we restart, that's what we do with. So what do we do after that? We'll assign for the PCs IP addresses. So what is the IP address of this one? This is 10. So let us assign IP address for this one. So what is the IP here? That is 172.70. Just we are going to use this number, 10. 10 point, let's make it 21 slash 24 to 55. The default gateway is what? 172.17.10.1. The same here. What is here? 172.70.20.22. Let's make it 255. The default gateway is what? 172.70.20.1. The same here. 172.17.30.23. This is slash 24. 172.70.30.1. So this PC and this PC will have almost similar IP addresses. Desktop, I think you do remember the IP address of this PC. It was what? 172.17.10. That was 21. So that was 21. Let us make it this one 22. So this is other than, let's make this one 32. Well, 31. So this is 172.17.10.1. They have the same default gateway, except this one was 21 here. Here it is 31. The same here. Desktop, we're going to assign an IP address. What is an IP address of this one here? That was 172.17.20. This was what? This was 2022. Now this will be 2032. Only that was 22. This one 32. Again, the default subnet mask is this one. They have the same gateway, 172.70.20.1. The same here. So here what? Now let us provide an IP 172.70.30. Here it was what? 3023. Now we can make it 30. This one 3023. Here that was 3023. Let us make this one 3033. So this is 255. The default gateway is what? 172.70.30.1. So you can see here this is 33. What about this one? This is 23. So only this is dot what? This is dot 23. This is what? Dot 33. This is dot what? This is dot 22. This one was what? Dot 32. This was what? Dot 21. This was what? Dot 31. The difference between this one and this one is this last number, the last zero here. The last zero, this is the last zero here. It is 21 here. It is 31 here. That is the only difference. Now we have finished everything. What is remaining is now what? Pinging. Let us ping them. How do we test them? We test them by pinging. Let us ping from here. So let us go to the desktop. Let us finish this one. Let us command prompt from here. We can ping from this one what? 172.17.10. Point what? 0.31. So we are pinging from this PC to this one. So you can see that there is a reply. It's working. Can we ping from this PC to this PC? Let us test it. So ping. What is the IP address of this one? The IP address of this one is 172.17. Because this PC is in this range, in 7020 range. So 2032 is the IP address of this PC. So these two PCs are in the same range. So we cannot ping it. There is no response or reply from the other PC. Why? Because they are in the different range. So the response, there is no response, because they are in the different VLANs. So you can see this is 20-bit, this one is 10-bit. So you cannot communicate with one another. You need a third component that's called a router. So the router will enable you to communicate between inter-VLAN routing. So that's what we call inter-VLAN routing. Now let us change the IP of this one. Let us make it in this VLAN range. So now if I change the IP of this PC, let us close this one. Let me change the IP. Now it is 10. So what if I make it 20? You can see now this is 20, this and this are becoming in the same, because you can see the IP of this one is very similar to this one. The only exception is this is 22. Now what we are going to test is it possible to communicate with this one? Because they should be. What is the difference between the IP of this one and the IP of that? If this is the IP, this is only 32 and this one is 21. They should be able to communicate. Let us test that one. Now let us ping again. We are trying to ping from this PC to this one, because now we have made some modification regarding the IP address. They should be able to communicate, but still they are not able to communicate with this one. What is the problem? The problem is with this port. This port is assigned to what? This port is assigned to VLAN what? This port is assigned to VLAN 11 up to 17 have been assigned to VLAN 10. So we should change this port. So if you enter here, and if you come here and enable conft. Now if we go to the interface, that's the interface FA0/11, if we switch port mode is access, we do know that. If we change the switch port mode, now if we who is going to access this one? This is going to be accessed by VLAN. Previously it was accessed by VLAN what? Now it is been configured to VLAN 20. Now previously FA starting from 11 up to 17 was assigned to who? To VLAN 10. Now we are assigning this port to VLAN 20. Now just after this one we'll exit. Now copy, run, start. Now we have changed the VLAN, for F011, which have been changed to VLAN what? The VLAN 11. It has been converted into VLAN 20. Now you can see that we should be able, without changing anything, we are only changing this FA011, which was previously in the VLAN 10. Now it has been assigned to VLAN 20. So we'll see that what will happen now. Now you can try. Now we can see there is a reply. So this is how we do with VLAN. Thank you very much.